Hi, morning, welcome back to my channel. I'm Katrina and I talk about reducing waste by making instead of buying. And I thought that I would make a couple of different videos in December. Maybe it's the VLOGMAS thing that's been influencing me in some way. But I also want to make a pantry challenge, so I'm starting today a pantry challenge, a new pantry challenge. If you haven't seen those videos already, please check out I'll just put the videos of my previous pantry challenge in the description box down below and somewhere on the video. Basically, with all the holidays, I think that it would be good to make a pantry challenge and actually use up what I have. With Christmas and everything else, we are going to have lots of leftovers, and I don't want to have more and more food that I cannot eat. And I think that it's the lockdown or something, but I never accumulated so much food in my pantry before. Probably because I'm more disorganized with all my meal planning and all that sort of thing. It's definitely mixing up my routines, and so I'm just going ahead and start the pantry challenge. So if you haven't seen those videos already, basically a pantry challenge is something that you can start in a defined amount of time. You don't do grocery shopping and just use up what you have. It's a way to be more creative, reduce food waste. That's not only good for your wallet, but also it's good for the environment, because one of the major problems right now in our society is that we waste too much food. And although consumer food waste is less than the overall chain, I believe that we all should make a difference. And plus, it's one of the things that it's good for our wallet. So it's not like you are reducing food waste and it's hurting you in some way, like other things that are more eco-friendly are more expensive. And this is a way to be more eco-friendly and not spend more money on being more eco-friendly. So with that being said, if you want to read more about Pantry Challenge, I'll add some links in the description box down below. I also have an ebook that I'll link in the description as well. And here's the thing, when I'm doing a pantry challenge, I like to have a set of rules. I'm probably going to talk about this tomorrow. But for today, I'm not going to be grocery shopping at all, because that's the main goal of this pantry challenge. But you can also have a pantry challenge and, for example, spend money on fresh produce or something that you really need. And although my previous pantry challenge it was during March and April, so between them I didn't go grocery shopping at all, but for this pantry challenge I'm doing something a bit different. And one of the things that I'm adding as well is that I'm going to order takeout and things like that, because with the second lockdown here in Portugal, restaurants are meant to close up at 1 p.m. during the weekends, and since we are privileged enough to be able to support this business, we want in some way to support them, so we order takeout from these restaurants, mostly during the weekends, in a way to support them and hopefully help them in some way. With all that being said, let me just tell you what I'm going to be eating today for breakfast. It's 10 a.m. It's bank holiday here in Portugal, so I'm not going to work. That's why it's late. I spent a little bit time reading today. I'm going to be eating one zucchini bread with chocolate chips that I made yesterday. I'm not the biggest fan of a lot of sweets, but I'm not feeling... Lately I have not feeling the... I don't know, the patience to do anything for breakfast. I think that I really need to bake some breads because it's my default, and now that I don't have bread, I don't have anything to default to, so... But today I'm going to eat these for breakfast, and I'm also going to be drinking lemon verbena tea. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing this right, but just go ahead with me. And I'll be drinking and eating these, and I'll see you for lunch. Now that I've eaten my breakfast, I'm going to be working a little bit on my website. I try to work a little bit on my days off. Hopefully I'll get a lot of done today. We'll see. If you are interested in doing a pantry challenge, I'll add a link in the description box down below, which will have free 5-day pantry challenge. It's a good way to dip your toes in this type of challenge if you are a little bit afraid of how it looks like, but honestly it's nothing to be afraid of. Just use up what you have. Well, now let's go and work a little bit. For lunch, we have decided to order takeout since it's a bank holiday. The restaurants are meant to close at 1 p.m. and otherwise they just accept deliveries and that kind of stuff. So we ordered francesinha, which is a traditional Portuguese dish from Porto, and we are just going to eat up and eat everything. So this is how it looks like. So the sauce is separate from everything, and usually I prefer to choose things and order food that I would normally make at home. This is a little bit time consuming to make at home, so that's why I prefer not to do it. So this is how it looks like. I'm just going to put this a little bit in the oven just to make sure, and then this sauce is going to the microwave. And we have here also French fries. So definitely not the healthiest foods. It's definitely a little bit of a treat. We deserve it. So this is how it looks like, everything set up. Basically it's a sandwich with a lot of sauce, I guess. And now we are just going to eat this with French fries. Ducking in the sauce as well, because the sauce makes everything look and taste like francesinha. So we have some leftover sauce, and I'm going to save this in the freezer, and it will be helpful for a very quick meal because this sauce has a lot of flavor, and as you can see it also has some fat in it, so it will be great for a quick sauce. So I've been knitting my Alone Together sweater, and I don't really feel like cooking nor eating, so I'm probably just going to be eating a little bit of zucchini bread and maybe drink some tea before bed. I don't know, I'll see. And that's it for today. But let me first show you my beautiful Alone Together sweater. So I have no idea if this will focus, hopefully. So I've been having fun watching Jane the Virgin and knitting. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.